My ummah, he will say, Rasulullah on that day, even though we've strayed from him and his way.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, our dear viewers. Welcome to Muslims in Ramadan. First of all, I'd like to thank Movenbeek Hotel here in Riyadh for this great location. Here in Saudi Arabia, it is a custom that before iftar time, all the family will get together by the table and they will eat iftar together, especially in the first night of Ramadan. No matter the older, the younger, and the youth, males and females will have their separate meals all together in Ramadan. This is a custom in Saudi Arabia. Also in suhoor time, families will get together. Invitations will be passed on to the neighbors, friends, relatives, all those who know. Alhamdulillah, it's a great bliss that we are here in Saudi Arabia. We have big families and also we have big friends. We see them all joined together on the same table. For now, we'll be taking you to a short break, then we'll be back with our guest. Stay tuned. Welcome back, our dear viewers in Muslims in Ramadan. First of all, I'd like to welcome our guest for tonight, Mr. Huthifah-A. He's a teacher. First of all, Mr. Huthifah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome with us in Muslims in Ramadan.
Wallah, it's good to be welcome.
Alhamdulillah.
Wallah, it's good to be welcome.
Well, beside welcoming you also, Brother Huthifah, I'd like to wish you, on behalf of me and all my co-workers in Channel 2 and the channel, happy holy month of Ramadan.
MashaAllah, 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 MashaAllah. And I want to give, thank you very much.
Well, Brother Huthifah, in Ramadan, Muslims throughout the world, they wait for this holy month.
Yes, sir, they do.
Those who are blessed, alhamdulillah, they are well enough, healthy to fast Ramadan, to perform all their duties during Ramadan. But Muslims are encouraged to prepare themselves spiritually, mentally, and physically. What do you usually prepare yourself, and how do you prepare yourself for Ramadan?
Well, you know that there's an authentic hadith that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to fast like Sha'ban, the month before Ramadan. You know, Aisha, his wife, she said it really loud, and she said that she never seen him fast so much as he did in Sha'ban. You know, I would think that would be probably because he's trying to prepare himself for Ramadan.
This is physically why.
Yes. And also, you know, here in the kingdom, you can tell when Ramadan, the atmosphere changes. And before it used to just change like a light switch. You know, like the next day is Ramadan, Ramadan, hey, Ramadan's here, Ramadan, Ramadan. Right, but now you can kind of like feel it like a week before, like the week's coming, you know, you can feel it coming in, you know, you can feel the time changing, the atmosphere changing. And it's just very joyful. It's a very joyful time, although people probably think, you know, oh, you have to poor you, right? You know, non-Muslims don't understand, you know, fasting. It's, oh, poor you. You have to fast the whole month, you know? It's like, yeah, I gotta, you know, like, you're all happy, you know? You're all happy. Why are you so happy? I mean, understanding the reason why.
Yeah, they don't understand the deep roots of our joy
totally
of Ramadan.
Spiritual, this is, Ramadan has told you a spiritual moment. A spiritual moment. And when I say a moment, tell me, Ramadan, it comes in the first 3 days, kind of rough, you know, because people, you know, fasting. That first week is gone. Second week comes. Third week comes. Next thing you know, Allahu Akbar, it's Eid time. Where did Ramadan go? Akhi, look at now, man. It seems like I just fasted Ramadan 2 months ago. And Ramadan's here again. So this is what I call the magical kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where the day is very long and time goes by so fast.
Alhamdulillah, which is a bliss from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yes, it is.
Also, as you know, Brother Huthifah, in Islam we are encouraged and family is our priority in
Indeed.
Islam.
Indeed.
And particularly when it comes to Ramadan,
Yes.
we see relatives.
Yes.
I mean, the closer family and the big family, relatives,
This is that time.
friends, neighbors, all get together. And there are some traditions among some families different than the others. What are some of the traditions that you do with your family during Ramadan?
Here or in the States?
Well, here and back home.
Well, definitely Ramadan. Ramadan in America is different than Ramadan here. Ramadan here is, I mean, I like it because you know you're able to see family members that you haven't seen for a long time. The only other time you're going to see them is at a funeral, right? When everybody comes together.
Which
either
is
at a
sad.
funeral,
Which is sad.
Which is sad, but it happens, and especially nowadays with this jawar, man, with this thing, you know, it's this piece of metal. It's totally changed our lifestyle. Right, this jawar thing. It's only, everybody's just like, you know, I'll WhatsApp you. I'll WhatsApp you. You know, not I'll come and visit you. I'll WhatsApp you. But alhamdulillah, see, Ramadan is different. You can't WhatsApp breaking fast.
Indeed, alhamdulillah.
So it brings, you know, so it brings the family together. You know, able to go see friends. You know, everyone come over to my house. You know, really, you know, badun mujamala. Please, I want you to come. You know, like seriously, they ask, really, I want you to come and break fast with me. Nah, and that is good. But in America, mashallah, I enjoy Ramadan in America. Even though the days are longer, fasting, it seems like, because then you're fasting. Here, alhamdulillah, everyone's fasting. Yes? Everyone's
Which makes it easier for you.
When you were in the States, when you were in Texas.
It's really hard. It's actually a real test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to restrain yourself, and you see all the others just living their normal life.
Hey there, buddy. You're fasting, huh?
Exactly. And they will drink quite
Would you like to have a glass of water? Yeah, they can't.
But
not
they
in
don't
joking.
understand the reason, because I did it because I want to do it.
But that's the thing. See, the non-Muslim, they joke with you. It's only joking, but still, for someone who's weak, you know, and in fact, it's hard, you know. Wouldn't you like to have a bite of this sandwich, you know? It's like this. But on the Muslim side of fasting in America, which is really beautiful, the masjid, akhi. The masjid becomes the center of everything.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Where we actually break fast. Everyone comes together, everyone brings a dish, and we break fast in the masjid. I love that. I love that. You know, we come in, we you know, we're there for salat, we break fast, we're there for isha, we're there for tarawih, you know, and then we go home and then we start the next day and we're at the masjid. Everybody comes to the masjid, man. That's the beautiful thing.
So would you say that is a tradition of Muslims in the U.S.?
Yeah, definitely. Across the states. Yeah.
Oh, and now if you could tell us, Brother Huthifah, some of the common aspects of fasting here and back home in the U.S. for you, and also the common differences between them.
Okay, here, because, you know, the whole country is fasting. And that's beautiful because everyone's fasting at the same time. Alhamdulillah, it's really good. But, you know, you have the spirit of the word and you have the word. And there's two different things. The spirit of the word, fast. The word, fast. The spirit of the word, now this is the word of the word, fast. I stay up all night. I stay up all night. I turn the night into the day and the day into the night. I stay up all night till Fajr. I pray Fajr. I go to sleep. I sleep into Asr. I wake up at Asr. I make Zuhr and then I make Asr. And I say, Mommy, when is it time to break fast? Because it's been a long day for me. That's the word. But the spirit of the word is that we fast, akhi. You know, how many people do I know? I mean, where is this? You know, I see some students, akhi, they come into class with a miswak, this long. By the end of the class, they have a miswak, this short, right? It's permissible to use the miswak.
Indeed.
Right?
Indeed.
They're in fasting time.
Indeed.
I mean, you go like this.
And it's actually a sunnah. It's
Yes, but not like this. Not
to eat it.
when you eat
actually,
it.
like chew it.
You actually eat it, akhi. Students have it this big, and then at the end of the day, it's like this. Like, yo, Ahmed. You know, so I'm saying, but y'all said it's okay to use the miswak. See, So you have the word, and then we have the spirit of the word.
But okay, you're talking, Brother Huthifah, about maybe those students or those actually teenagers are in vacation or something. But I'll take me for example. We have to get up in the morning and go to work.
Inshallah.
I mean, no matter Ramadan.
I certainly hope. I certainly hope so.
Yeah,
you know?
we do, and there are a lot of people. I mean,
and I hope that
people work in Ramadan.
Indeed, they do. And I hope that you go to work on time, not Ashan Ramadan.
But alhamdulillah, I mean, here in Saudi Arabia, I mean, you've been here for a couple of years, right?
Couple plus
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. So, I mean, the government, I mean, has set up the system during Ramadan
that's the beautiful thing
to
about it.
The working
indeed,
hours
indeed,
to 6 hours.
Alhamdulillah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. It's like the whole country is like that. It's very beautiful, man.
But brother, okay, there is something that people don't understand. Some people will think that the reason because of cutting off the working hours from 8 to 6 during Ramadan is for people to rest and be lazy. No, it's not because of that. It's to give people more time to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Get the Quran in,
exactly.
Get that, be able to stand up during all of the rakats.
Because it's ayyamun ma'dudat, and it will be passed really quick.
Akhi, tell me, like trying to hold water or sand in your hand, yes, like that. I remember when I first became Muslim, my mother was saying, why do you have to fast? And I was saying, Mom, look at it like this. There's an old friend that's coming to visit you, right? You only see him once a year. He only comes to visit once a year. So, and this friend is somebody, this friend is somebody special to you, Akhi. Somebody special to your heart. And you look forward for that friend to come. So, like the days are coming, he's coming, he's coming. Then when he comes, oh, wow, he's here, And then, Mom, it's like, that old friend coming. When he comes, you just want to spend time with him. You want to absorb as much time with him as you can. But as days go by, quicker and quicker and quicker to the end of the month when he's going to travel away. Yeah, he's going away. Sure, he's coming back next year, but not sure you're going to be there to see him.
Exactly.
So that's how Ramadan is, man. Ramadan is our chance to show Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala how much I love him and show myself how much I love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes, that's what that Ramadan is. It's a chance to renew ourselves. Like the Catholics used to fast a month, but it got cut down to one day, and they just give up something. But they used to fast, and so the thing is that
religious, had to fast
some fasting.
at one point.
There's always some fasting.
Indeed.
Isa
alayhi salam,
yes.
Moses alayhi
yes,
salam,
they all fasted.
and also it's something that actually goes
definitely.
among all religions.
It's been passed down. That's a part of the truth that has been passed down.
One thing, and I'm sure you know about this, Brother Huthifah. أعوذ بالله من الشرك. But those who pray. There's been those who pray to someone beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those who made supplication to someone beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, some people who donated money for someone beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when it comes to fasting, I have never knew anyone who fasted for anyone but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because fasting is something between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and no one will know about it.
Because who knows that I'm not going to go into the closet?
Exactly.
I love peanut butter and jelly. I'm going to go in the closet and get my peanut butter and jelly
Sneak
sandwich.
in there, no one will see
eat
you.
it up, drink,
And eat it.
and come back out, I'm fasting. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Who? That's only between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's what I'm saying.
Talking about the food and good stuff.
No.
When it comes to iftar time and also the suhoor time, any traditional food you like to see in the...
Man, I really like Kulthum. You know that dish, Kulthum? Oh no, wait. I'm sorry, not Kulthum.
Ali. Ali,
Ali, yes.
The sweet.
Yes, the sweet. I love that, man. MashaAllah.
But that
I love
comes,
that.
after
but that's my specialty. Yeah, that was a special thing. That's what I love about Ramadan. I love that. I can eat that. No, I try, actually myself, I try to like give up sugar. Although I do love the Ali, but I try to like give up sugar during Ramadan. But the food that, subhanAllah, man, that's another thing. I got to make this point, really. The food that comes out, Akhi, during Ramadan. The mother is in the kitchen, slaving all day, man, cooking all this food for just 3 people or 4 people, man.
Well, it depends.
We have to be.
I mean, I have. Okay, I'll
We have to
tell
be-
you this.
what
I
I'm
have
talking
never
about-
been at a table during
Alhamdulillah.
Ramadan that has less than 5 to 6 people.
Alhamdulillah. But what I'm talking about is the waste that we do.
Indeed.
We leave our wives and our mothers in the kitchen slaving all day. When's the time for their ibadah? When's the time for their worship? You know what I'm saying? We have to lighten the burden on our families. Man.
Indeed, but brother Huthifah, there are, alhamdulillah, I mean, there are those good people. The extra food that they have, they will actually put it in special
certainly
place,
hope so,
make it
Akhi.
look good,
I
give it to
certainly hope
either charity
No.
or give it to the mosque
Wallahi,
for a
I
certain
hope so,
time
Akhi, but
after they heat it up.
the
You know,
wasting.
alhamdulillah, the knowledge of the community nowadays, alhamdulillah, because in our religion, in Islam, we are prohibited from israf. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described those who al-musrifun as
Yeah.
the brothers of the devil himself.
And that's what we got to remember, man. Wasting. Got to be careful not to waste, Akhi. Because what happens, you know, what they say is that your stomach, it gets bigger than your eyes. You see the food and you be thinking, oh, wow, I want this, I want this, I want, you know what I'm saying? And you got this whole plate of food, right? And you're like, I'm going to get into this. And you do this, and you oh.
Then you're full.
I'm full.
And what about the rest of
And
the
the food is there.
And we will get actually into that. But
Allah
for now,
Akbar.
our dear viewers will be taking you to a short report about how the Arabs and in the Arab world and the Muslim world spend their Ramadan. Let's go watch the report and we'll be back with our guest. Stay tuned.
The British capital London has the largest Muslim population of any city in the Western Hemisphere. More than 1 million Muslims live in this great metropolitan area. The presence of Muslims does not pass unnoticed, particularly during the holy month of Ramadan. The UK is unique among other European nations. This advert was screened on a terrestrial television last year during the holy month. Not only that, but Channel 4 aired Adhan for Fajr prayer throughout Ramadan. Muslims in the UK will fast for more than 19 hours every day this year, in one of the hottest summers in living memory. Yet, with patience and faith, they will endure all hardships and spread a message of tolerance and compassion. Ramadan in the UK has a special flavor that is unique to these lands. There are Muslims from every country in the world in Britain, and they speak more than 100 different languages as well as English. Their cultures and traditions vary and add to the exuberance of the holy month. However, they all share the basic religious duties of fasting and praying in the same mosques. The general public are fully aware of the advent of the holy month, and as a tradition, the British Prime Minister and the head of the opposition congratulate Muslims on the advent of the holy month in a recorded address. Not only that, but mayors and councillors and other figures participate in the celebration of Ramadan.
Welcome back, our dear viewers, in Muslims in Ramadan. Now we'll continue with our guest for tonight in Muslims in Ramadan, Brother Huthifah. Once again, welcome with
Good
us.
to be well.
Brother Huthifah, Muslims around the world wish to spend the last 10 days of Ramadan, which is during those 10 last days is Laylatul Qadr, to be in it.
Wallahi, that is the blessing of being in the magical kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Indeed.
Wallahi, that's the blessing.
Particularly in the holy site of Mecca
Yes, sir.
al-Mukarramah.
Yes,
We
sir.
all know that in going to Mecca al-Mukarramah, rewards are doubled
Yes.
by the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa
Yes.
ta'ala. And in Ramadan, they are even doubled more. So I mean, you combine
The blessings,
Ramadan
yeah.
and in Mecca, the last 10 days of Ramadan,
Wallahi,
that is the
it's-
best time of
isn't
the
it?
year to be in
It
Mecca
is.
al-Mukarramah.
It is, Akhi, it is. It's the
So
best time.
tell us your experience with that.
Akhi, just, I enjoy it, you know, and, you know, there's a hadith that says that if you make Umrah during Ramadan, it's as if you make Umrah with as if you made Hajj with the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So I try hard to make Umrah. I usually go with the Jaliyat, which is the Office of Dawah, Calling and Guidance, to make Umrah with them, with the new Muslims, to help them with the Umrah. And of course, you know, I tried either. For a while, we were alternating. One year, I would spend the last 10 days in Mecca. Next year, last 10 days in Medina. You know, trying to alternate. You know.
Alhamdulillah, I mean, you're going between two good holy
Mashallah,
sites.
mashallah, indeed, you know. But there's one thing I do remember, you know, when the first Ramadan that I spent in here, of course when I was younger, not now, when I was younger, I could do itikaf. I used to enjoy that. The last 10 days we go to the haram and do itikaf, stay in the masjid, you know, and worship. Just camp out in the masjid, you know, for the last 10 days. Alhamdulillah, that was good.
But what did you do exactly trying to catch up the Laylatul Qadr?
Oh, actually, I mean, Fajr. Well, in itikaf, okay, we do Fajr, and then sit in a circle and read Quran after our recitation, and then I would do my personal Quran, and then nap until Zuhr, play Zuhr, and then between Zuhr and Asr I would read Sirah. I love reading Sirah, so I would read about the life of the Prophet Muhammad, the Sirah, and then to Asr and Maghrib, mashallah, we break our fast in the Haram. Was really beautiful. The time between Maghrib and Isha is very short, so we would just break the fast with dates and some small bread, something small, and then make Isha.
Not to stop you, but when you sit in a haram, especially in the last 10 days of Ramadan, breaking your fasting, I mean, you don't know the guy next to you or the guy right on you or your left side is maybe a high position
People
person
pull
or
on you,
rich
man. Come
or
on,
poor
come break
person.
fast with us.
Exactly.
Come,
Everyone
come.
the same.
Wallahi, akhi, that's a
Very
beautiful
simple
thing.
people. They all come for the same reason to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and ask Allah to accept their good deeds.
What do you take with you when you die? Can I take my clothes?
No, nothing.
Can I take my
Nothing.
clothes?
Just your good deeds and
That's
your bad
it.
deeds.
My good and my bad deeds. Praying that my good deeds
What you've done in your life.
outweigh my bad deeds.
Indeed.
And mashallah, you know, and you see the people really striving hard to do good. So my first year, as I was saying, my first year, it was really, Ramadan was wonderful until Eid. And I'm thinking, you know, Eid's going to be like in America when everybody comes to the masjid together and, you know, there's food and, you know, you celebrate. I was like, wow, you know. Akhi, after the Eid prayer, the haram was empty, man. I was like, whoa, where are the people? My heart dropped. I was like,
Where is everyone at?
everybody's gone. Where are the people, man? I was
So
like,
what did you do?
God, I was like shocked. Like I was like hurt, because I was thinking, cause I just came from America. And I was at the university studying, so I didn't have any family in Mecca. There were some friends. Alhamdulillah, I found them later. But after the Eid prayer, you know, the haram was like, just, whew, it was empty. Where are the people?
Everyone went to say assalamu alaikum to someone, to
their
visit someone.
Everybody went to
Exactly.
the family. The importance of, wallahi, the importance of family. I think that's when I saw the importance of family. Alhamdulillah. But then, alhamdulillah, later on that day, Allah saved me. Some brothers came, yeah, Huthifah, you got to come with us. I said, oh, alhamdulillah, yes. More than welcome to come with you, man. But it was like, because at home, you know what I'm saying, actually, the Eid, you know, they, like in New York, they get a part of Central Park or the big parks like in Brooklyn. And all the masjids come together. So beautiful, actually. The colors, everyone's wearing, you know, the women, mashallah, wearing beautiful colors, you know, and the men are wearing beautiful colors, and there's games for the kids, and there's food, and there's joy, akhi, joy. The meaning of joy, akhi.
And now in New
mean the
York,
joy.
also, Brother Huthifah,
MashaAllah.
as I heard, the mayor of New York has set up
I heard
both
that
Eids
for
as a
the-
vacation for
for the
Muslims.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. That's a good thing.
Which actually makes it, that to us to think about, fasting in a Muslim country is alhamdulillah is a bliss, and
Wallahi,
help you even to
it's a
do
ni'mah.
more prayers,
It's
more
a ni'mah,
supplication
it's
to
a
Allah
ni'mah,
subhanahu
it's
wa
a ni'mah.
ta'ala.
But still fasting outside, that's also a blessing because
It's a real test.
you're
It's a
you know
real
what I'm saying?
test.
You are definitely being tested with this guy joking with you, everyone eating, smoking
You
around
work
you.
more
know what I'm saying?
hours.
You're working.
You
that's right.
you have less time to
You
make
see-
prayers, but you set up the time for
That's
that.
right. You come in at 8 o'clock. They're not reduced hours. You come in at 8 o'clock. You work 9 to 5. You work your 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? You rushing to get home to break fast at the masjid. Then you pray, and then the same. You didn't even get a chance to get home. You go straight to the masjid because you want to break fast. You break fast. Your family comes to the masjid. We break fast at the masjid. You make maghrib. You make isha. Make tawadawih. You go home. SubhanAllah, England. Oh,
What goes on in England?
England, Akhi, they're fasting till 11 o'clock at night, man.
Indeed.
Till 11 o'clock. They're breaking fast
They're
at
only
11.
breaking fast about 4.5 hours to 5 hours.
Yes, and
My
then-
actually brother went there actually last Ramadan.
Allah Akbar, man. That's a long day, mashallah, mashallah. And
But it's, as you mentioned, Brother Huthifah, it's a real test to test
It
the
is,
Muslim.
it is.
I mean, you have it's like a discipline.
No.
Self-test yourself. I mean,
No.
restrain yourself from what you are not allowed to do,
No.
and you see everyone else doing it.
no. So and also please, during Ramadan, unfortunately, television, another gadget that seems to bring things into our homes is like, unfortunately here, like, it's television time, you know what I'm saying? All these programs come on, these interesting programs come on, you know what I'm saying? So like we're all watching television. Try not to watch too much television, man. Try to keep it down to a minimum because this is Allah's month. Because remember, it's Ramadan at night as well as it's Ramadan in the day.
And all the shayateens are restrained actually
Yes.
also during
That's
Ramadan.
true. And then people say, oh, then, okay, if shaitan is shackled, then why is people doing such bad things? How come everybody's doing all these bad things if shaitan is bound up?
What do you think? The bad side of the people? Al-Hawa.
Because of us. Because of
Alright.
what we've been accustomed to doing. What we've been doing and doing and doing and doing it, you know what I'm saying? It just carries on. And we keep on doing it. And without the whispers, we just do it without the whispers.
Also, Brother Huthifah, Alhamdulillah, we are in a bliss here. We have peace, prosperity. We
Wallahi,
see our
alhamdulillah.
family,
Alhamdulillah.
everyone we know. We
That is
we
an-
could walk in the street, Alhamdulillah,
That is an-
fasting, safely without having to worry about anything.
No.
If you have a message you would like to say to our fellow brothers and sisters, those who are fasting now under a critical condition such as illness,
No.
war, or crime,
So
what would you like to say to them?
the important thing for those of you who are working in the hospital, nurses that work in the hospital, your patients will probably want to fast. But if they have to have their insulin or if they have to have their medicine at 12 o'clock noon, even if you have to fight that person, make sure he takes his medicine. Because your health is over the fasting, right? If you're sick, you can't.
Allah subhanahu wa
You
ta'ala
can't.
permits you to do
Indeed,
that.
Allah is merciful, brother.
Then, yeah.
Allah, and we forget that Allah is merciful. We forget how merciful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, That if you get to an age that you can't fast anymore, then you feed
The
the poor.
those who need.
And alhamdulillah, it's counted as fasting for you. Wallahi, this deen is so... Islamophobia, what is Islamophobia? I want to meet some Islamophobics and I just want to have 10 minutes with them, just sit down with them and talk to them. Because there's no such thing as... How can people be afraid of peace? How can people be afraid of peace, man? Not possible. Islam is so merciful, man. MashaAllah. So merciful.
But Brother Huthifah, back to those who are fasting now, days and under a critical condition. So would you like to
Hang in there, man. Hang in there, akhi. Fast what you can. And if you can't, then you can't. Make it up later. Allah knows. Allah is merciful, akhi. why do we want to like punish ourselves like the Christians? You know, they want to really, they beat themselves in the like that.
Well, what about
they want
those
to punish themselves
in war, like, you know, such as like in Yemen, in Syria, and some of those.
The Battle of Badr was not fought in Ramadan, and they were fasting. Some were fasting, some weren't. So Allah goes off, it's so important, Allah goes off your intention. And I want to talk to my dear Ramadan Muslims, the Ramadan Muslims, the ones that only come out during Ramadan and fast during Ramadan. Alhamdulillah, you know, I'm happy that you're a Ramadan, I'm happy that you're a Ramadan Muslim, because there's some people that don't even fast at all, you know. So at least this is your chance. Like this year could be the year that you're going to continue praying, you know, continue maybe doing voluntary fasting, you know, during this month, because Allah's mercy doesn't extinguish. It doesn't. You know, tell me, how much do you like breathing?
It's a must.
You love it. You love breathing.
You have to stay alive.
That's right. And as much as you love breathing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves to forgive. And during Ramadan is the chance that you can ask Allah, Ya Allah, please forgive me. Ya Allah, give me another chance, man.
Muslims around the world.
Give me another chance.
Brother Huthifah, thank you so much for coming with us.
That's part of the magic. Look, the time is up, right?
And the clock is clicking.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Clock on the wall says that's all, right? Alhamdulillah.
For now, our viewers will be taking you to a short break, then we'll be back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, our dear viewers in Muslims in Ramadan. Now we'll be taking you to a short report about some of the advices I'd like to give our fellow Muslims, brothers and sisters during Ramadan. Let's go watch it, then we'll be back. Stay tuned. Our dear viewers, we reached the end of tonight's episode of Muslims in Ramadan, and we will conclude it with a hadith by Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, reported. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "He who does not memorize any part from the Quran, he is like the ruined house." Once again, thank you Movenbeek Hotel for this great location. Until we see you, our dear viewers, in another episode of Muslims in Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ya Allah, Ya Rabb al-Alamin, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Rabbi, let the Ummah rise again. Ya Allah, Ya Rabb al-Alamin, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya let the Ummah rise again, let us see daylight again, once again.